Now, what if I were to make up a song and every detail were to be chosen by the audience? This year, one of the best loved improvisational musicians in the Western world returns to the Edinburgh Festival for 2 shows only. I warn you, there may be some swearing.
It's a fascinating place. Full of tits.
Darren Foreman, also known as Beardyman, is a musician from London, renowned for his beatboxing skills and live looping technology.
All we had was the flops and the Mr. Man. Oh.
Let's change the subject.
So why the name Beardyman, apart from the obvious?
I've got a beard.
So it's the obvious then, yeah?
Well, I don't always have a beard, so it can be an annoying name to have, because then people start questioning why you're called Beardyman with increased further, and then I feel like I'm living under Sharia law. So in a way, it's a cultural experiment to kind of associate with people of a different culture.
Obviously, improvisation is really important to you. How important is it that you feel to be off the cuff? Must you always be off the cuff? Must you always improvise, or is there some sort of format you could work in?
Well, for me, improvisation is a lot of fun, and you don't have to learn any lines, so it's a lot less work. So yeah, I'm just lazy, really. Just laziness.
So you've done an album, aptly named I Done an Album. Do you ever feel that you should just pull a track off the album and not bother improvising on that particular night or at any other occasion?
No, because I mean, in contravention to what most people do, I think for me that album was just a thing to do, to make, and then the shows are a separate entity. Obviously my record label aren't happy about that because they want me to do songs from the album to promote the album, but for me it's like they're different things, you know, it's a different kind of show.
How are you finding Edinburgh this year, in light of the fact that you were here last year? Is there much difference in the audiences, or is it much the same?
I've been to Edinburgh as a performer 3 times now, and it's always funny how the audience on one night will be completely different to the audience on another. You know, you get the weekend tollers, and then you get the locals, and then you get the sort of the like drama students, and you know, depending on what concentration you've got what in and what time of the night it is, and you know, whether people are getting up for work the next day, you get either completely raucous audiences or you just get very staid kind of, you know, you get like tour buses of old people. So sometimes you'll do a show and there'll just be like loads of old people in front of you and you can't do half your material. I did a show at like 2 in the afternoon, and it was kind of basically breakfast time for most of us, and they were just basically, yeah, lots of old people, lots of parents with children there, so bang went half of my material. Because obviously I have got some material, but like, you know, so then I had to improvise a lot and keep it clean because I couldn't do any of the stuff I did.
What'd you say? 99 red balloons and stay there.
99 red balloons. I don't know the song, it's probably shit. Oh no, in fact, we've got to make up a new song. That's the idea, in case you haven't been watching. If you have come here with your mum,